Here I have the latest book by Liz Chaderton, Painting Portraits in Watercolour. Now, if you're completely new to painting portraits and you don't want to do a traditional portrait, you want something modern and contemporary and vibrant and colourful, then this is definitely a book that you're going to love. And even if you've been painting portraits for a while, you want to try something new, I'm sure you're going to find lots of interesting and helpful advice in this book. Now we start off straight away with a lovely colourful portrait. The book's published by Crowood Press, and we have the contents. So we have introduction, transferring your image, getting to grips with tone, playing around with colour, layering colour, line and wash portraits, watercolour plus mixed media, special challenges and how to tackle them, and achieving a likeness when drawing portraits. So Liz starts off with the introduction, and you should always read the introduction. She mentions if you can paint a landscape or the likeness of a pet, you can paint a portrait. And this is really true. Whatever type of art you want to paint, if you can do one type of art, you can transfer those skills to a different subject. So the first thing we have is transferring your image, all the different ways you can transfer your image before you start painting. So we have lots of information there. Then we move on to getting to grips with tone. And lots of people don't understand how important tone is in a painting and how you can create a painting with just one colour. Lots of ideas in here for your painting. A tonal portrait there. What to do when things go wrong, taking it further. Then we move on to playing around with colour, which is always fun. Beautiful bold colours here. A little bit of information on colour theory, the colour wheel, your palette, rainbow portraits, and some lovely colourful effects there. Then we move on to layering colour, a little bit more about watercolour and colour mixing. I love this image. So that was a reference picture, and then Liz has created this beautiful portrait. I really love that one. And then we move on to line and wash, which I also adore. I love line and wash. So great that is in here as well. And we have the cover image, which I also think is absolutely fantastic. Really great portrait there. And then we move on to watercolour plus mixed media. So using ink as watercolour, collage, watercolour ground, glue, all sorts of interesting things in there to try. And then we have some more examples. And then we move on to special challenges and how to tackle them. So there's lots of barriers when you're starting out. You may not know how to show age, how to show a beard, or eyes and ears, glasses, hair, teeth. All sorts of things are covered in this section. And then we move on to achieving a likeness. Now this is a thing that a lot of people struggle with. So we have some information here on anatomy, profile proportions using an egghead, points for creating a likeness, upside down drawing and painting, and then the resources and the index. And this is described as a joyful book to give you confidence and skills, and it really is. It is such a wonderful, colourful, vibrant book. It's contemporary, it's exciting to look at the paintings, and the thought of creating something like this, it really is very inspiring.